my name's Abby, and I just wanted to create a video a little bit about myself. Blech. I can't even speak. Okay, I'm not even gonna start over. So, like I said, my name's Abby. I just wanted to make a video about myself and about what I plan to share on my channel here. So, I'm 24. I have spent majority of my life, pretty much besides the last 4 years, struggling with my health. I was born with a congenital heart defect known as transposition of the great arteries. Basically, major arteries are flipped around. So what's on the left should have been on the right, and so forth. So it's super common having congenital heart defects. Some of them are linked to certain things like drugs or alcohol, or just trauma within the first few weeks of pregnancy, or linked to carry on. They're carried on from like the mother to the child. But my kind of just happens to happen, and sometimes some of them just occur, and you're that one in like 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever the number is. But I had my first open heart surgery when I was 4 days old, and they basically crack your chest and they go in there and fix what was broken. Your heart at that time is about the size of a baby strawberry, and the arteries are finer than actually a human hair. So it's actually miraculous that they're able to do that and fix my heart. So then my second surgery wasn't until I was 11. And during that time, my grandparents actually adopted me when I was 8, and one of my brothers and one of my sisters. So then after that happened, my grandmother cared for me and took me to all my doctors and made sure I was doing okay. I'm a hot mess, sorry guys. This is my house, by the way, fireplace. Back on topic, sorry. So then I had a surgery when I was 11, not necessarily on my heart, but on a major artery. My aorta was enlarged, which it still is, but it was so big it was basically like compressing my airway. So they cracked my chest again, and I had surgery. And then when I was 16 about, they cracked I call it my back, but it's more like your side back. They go in through your back and do open heart surgery that way. So through all of that, I was sick basically and all the time. About every 2 months with pneumonia in my left lung. It was just really weak and deteriorated and didn't work right or breathe properly. So I spent a lot of time in the hospital as a child and as a young adult. And then 5 years ago, I moved to Indiana. That's where I live now, Peru. It's a small podunk town. I love it. It's adorable. And they found that after basically, I was just getting sick more often, and it was getting worse, and you know, it was basically horrible all the time, to be completely honest. I was in pain all the time from breathing and just struggling, and you know, I still wanted to be normal and work and have a college degree. And you know, I'll be frank, I came from a family like where we didn't have much money, or you know, things like that with my parents and stuff, and I just knew I always wanted more and I wanted better. So I've just always strived to accomplish and you know, be normal per se, because I've always felt abnormal because I was the sick kid in school, or you know, the kid that always missed school because I was in the hospital or having a surgery. So I guess here on my channel, I just want to create a space where I can share my story and share what I go through physically and mentally, and help other people who might be going through similar situations, you know, whether that be physical illness or mental, you know, that, you know, we all go through things that affect us. And just, if I can be a positive attitude, or, you know, someone you can talk to or ask questions to, that's great. So my health has been great the last 4 years since they removed my whole left lung. So I only have one lung. Yes, you can live with one lung. A lot of people ask that, which is fine. And I get really bizarre questions. Sometimes I'm surprised even, which I don't mind. So questions are great. I pretty much do everything a normal person does. Walking upstairs is really the only thing that causes me to feel really winded. But besides that, like, most people don't even know I have one lung. They just think that I'm a normal person. So my health has done pretty well until about the last 6 months when I was noticing at work. I'm a medical assistant, by the way. I work in mental health and I love it. I was noticing I was getting like really winded, which when it's like cold season or if I have like a head cold or something, like I do get more winded quicker than like a normal person, average person. But it was happening more often and often, and then I was getting like this weight on my chest. So it was like, is it my lung or is it my heart? Like, what's going on here? And it's kind of difficult when you have more than one thing going on physically that can contribute to your symptoms, or it could be both of them. So then I got sick around August, a little before, and I basically wasn't getting better and just feeling really just exhausted and worn out, and my lung was producing a crazy amount of mucus. Sorry if that word is too descriptive for you, but there'll be a lot of medical terms on this channel. So I went and I saw my pulmonologist and then had some tests done and a procedure, and then went home and all that. And then I basically got really sick and developed pneumonia in the only lung I have, which if you've ever had pneumonia, you know what I mean. And if you haven't, it sucks a lot. It can be very painful, exhausting, like it just wears your body down. Which I used to have it a lot when I was little in my bad lung that they took out. So I've only had it in my right lung twice ever. No, that's a lie, probably 3 times if I remember correctly. So I was in the hospital recently for 2 weeks about. A week spent in Kokomo and a week spent in Indy. So they just found I had streptococcus pneumonia, and it was just hitting my body really hard because I was on different oral antibiotics and then IV antibiotics and just everything. And when you only have one lung, it takes a whole lot more to recover, which is why I sound winded no matter what I do. So talking or walking, everything's pretty exhausting. I feel more myself now that I'm at home and I'm able to recover at home, but I'm still struggling, just physically in general. Did you guys see that dust right now? That was horrible. So, but I just basically want to create a space where people can share their stories and their struggles that they go through and just be supportive. And you know, I'm very fortunate for the support system I have, but I know there's people out there that go through things physically and emotionally and mentally and they have no one. So if sharing my story, I can let people know they're not alone, and whether we go through similar issues, you know, physically, you know, being sick constantly or whatever, just that I'm here and share a little bit in the world of having one lung, because I've learned that not a lot of people know that you can live with one lung, and a lot of times they assume like I had cancer or I was born this way, or like why I didn't get a transplant or something. So just share my story and my history. And currently I am all clear of infections, but my lung function is still pretty poor. So they are hoping that with time the infection is what is wearing my lung down. Infection was what was wearing my lung down, and it just needs time to heal. But unfortunately my lung just doesn't sound any better, and it's difficult, but I'm pushing through with a positive attitude. So I take quite a bit of medication right now, and nebulizer treatments. If y'all don't know what that is, it's this fancy doohickey here. Puts medicine in there, you wear it on your face, and it basically opens up your airway. But that's just a little bit about me. If you have any questions, anything at all, I'm an open book about my health, my family, mental health, whatever. I'm here. So I just wanted to make my first video and share a little bit about my world and about my beautiful life. And I hope that my videos can bring encouragement and positivity. And just let me know if you have any questions, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.